1, 2, 3. Sick. Awesome.
Welcome back to the Marloma podcast. Look at how loud you talk. Oh my god. This was my issue. Like I had like me at 40% and you at 20% the whole time.
Dang, bro, it's the Italian in me. It's the Italian and Jew, like combined together. I can say that.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish.
No, you absolutely can. And I maybe can laugh at it. I don't know, but
well,
we just released our first episode yesterday as of when we're filming, so we're very dedicated.
Yeah.
As you can see, I wanted to show off my Intuition shirt. Stream Intuition by Marloma, please.
There you go. There you go. That's great. That's amazing.
Yeah, we have a fun plan today.
We sure do.
Sam has put together a slideshow presentation about the 21 Pilots lore, as you can see by her shirt, or can't because her laptop is completely covering. And I have put together a presentation about the Taylor Swift lore. So
And you can see that from her shirt.
Don't ever tell me. I'm promoting myself today.
You are, and that's amazing.
That sounds
I personally
so
don't
conceited.
have it.
Holy fuck.
So, okay, so...
Wait, are we talking too slow or quiet? Don't got no intuition. I edit an iMovie, so that's not a problem.
Okay, great.
That's probably why I lost our entire episode yesterday and had to redo it from scratch.
Yeah, do you want to talk
9
about
p.m.
that?
Kinda, because what the fuck?
Let's rant about that for a little bit.
Oh my god!
Because I felt so bad immediately.
It didn't even get that big.
It didn't get that big.
I'm training myself to like step away from the mic.
No,
dude.
it's good. That's good.
Yesterday.
I want you to talk about it.
So Sunday was
also
our
so I can
plan
get
to
my shit
like,
together.
Upload and everything. And I had edited it pretty decently, and Sam goes to upload, and she's like, we got copyright stricken for using Sabrina Carpenter's music.
We sure did.
And I was like, okay. We said we were going to release it on Monday. So on Monday, I spent the whole day recording a cover of Sabrina Carpenter's Taste to put over that. Used a negative color on the video so that I didn't get stricken for the copyright for the visuals. And spliced it up so that it was like smaller sections instead of the entire music video. I also adjusted our audio levels because that wasn't at a perfect place yet. And I saved the audio and I exported the video while I went to do something else. And when I got back, all of my work had been deleted.
Yeah.
And I spent the rest of the night redoing it because I was like, damn it, I said I was going to put it out today, and I am a woman of her word, so I put it out at like 10 p.m. But
meanwhile, so the night before, like you said, I tried uploading it, and it got copyright stricken, and then I was like, oh, I don't know what to do, and then I think in the midst of me trying to figure it out, I think you just like went to bed. Because
at 11 p.m. was your last text, and I took
yeah.
Advil PM earlier because I was depressed.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I guess this is a tomorrow job, and then
sorry about
no,
that.
you're good because my thing was we had two options. We could have either what do they call it where it's like you can deny their copyright strike and try and fight it. Yeah. You could either do that or you can cut the whole segment out. And I was like, I'm not going to choose this alone.
Terrible.
Yeah, because the appeal would have taken like up to 3 weeks.
Which, yeah, we said we were going to put it out on Monday.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's what we're going to do.
Right.
And to cut out the whole section, that was literally our title, was that we were listening to Beyonce.
No,
so
seriously.
The entire thing would be only talking about ourselves. It's like, who
ridiculous.
cares?
Yeah, So I was just like, oh, Lord. And then the next day, we continued talking about it. We both had the same class in the morning. And then I had, maybe an hour in between of me getting back from class, doing work, and then having to go to work.
Right.
So then I was at work. I brought my computer with me to work. And I was
such a real one.
Listen, you got to do anything for the grind, you know? But
sure.
I was getting your texts as like customers are coming in, and I was like, no. I
literally just texted
I hope
her like
she's okay.
in the most like nonchalant way. I was like, OMG, I just lost everything.
You literally, she was like, it was ridiculous. You were just like, and everything's gone. Yeah, and I was like, what do you mean everything's gone? Because I was like, I had it on my computer, and we also dealt with like storage stuff, and I'm the one that has the hard drive, so.
And thank you to my Pookie John who just bought me a hard drive today because he spoils me.
Right. But
anyway, I didn't have a hard drive last night. So all of my shit was gone.
When we needed it the most,
it was not there.
We didn't have it. So yeah, that was the time. But
if you ever wonder how much we're dedicated to doing this.
Yeah. Also, not to mention our crazy schedules right now.
Yeah.
Both of us showed up this morning with eye bags and like.
Truly.
Just like, I mean.
Well, you did.
I was going to say. Cut that. Clip that.
No, cut it. It's a better.
Clip it. Because I was nice
you were
the same
nice.
time she
I
was
realized
not.
in the podcast episode, you like toned back your meanness to me so much, and I like amped mine up towards you, and that was not the original dynamic at all. This is false advertising.
No, that's not true because I did have my shots at you.
For sure, but I felt like I was like more bitchy about my shots.
Well, yeah. But like when you're not. So anyways, so 2 weeks out. But yeah, I don't know. It was just we've just been super busy, but I mean we love this and this is how we talk in real time anyways, so might as well catch it on camera. Might as well
get it and ruin our job interviews for the next few years.
You sent me that text and I legit went no.
No, like I actually
like, oh no.
I thought about I didn't even think about it. And my mom called me. She's like, I know you said you didn't want me to watch the podcast. Are you going to say anything that's going to cost you your scholarship? I was like,
oh, I didn't even think about that. Listen.
No. I'm
the
not.
Dean, if you're watching.
Mr. Dean Crowser.
I don't think it's him anymore, is it not?
That's the president.
Right, there's like an anyways.
Mr. President Dean.
Mr. President.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Ew. Please put that. We need to put that clip in.
I don't want.
Actually, we'll get copyright again.
Obviously, no. Everyone hated Skylar White for doing it, so I want to do it.
Bro, you should be that for Halloween. You should be Skylar White for Halloween.
You know what? I don't dislike her, so that I take no offense to that.
She's badass.
She is badass. Do you know? Have you seen like the Reddit threads? Like she has literally got to go off the internet because people bullied her in real life so hard for her character.
No way.
Which like just means you were manipulated by Mr. Walter White, the way that he intended. Like,
dang.
She wasn't perfect, but like, is any victim perfect?
Yeah, but no one's out here yelling at Walter White, and he's the one that was cooking up the
murdering
meth.
Children, perhaps.
On his off time, maybe.
Well. He poisoned a child. I know that.
He did poison a child, and he wasn't sorry about it.
I made an edit of my own song to Breaking Bad one time. That was my first TikTok that I ever published on my page. So if you scroll down, my first post is an edit.
Everybody go find that, and then send it to me. And then send it to me.
That reminded me of that, but like I'm really embarrassed about it, but not enough to take it down.
There's
a part of me that thinks it's cool.
I'm gonna find it, and if I don't find it,
I'll put
cut
it
this
in.
part out.
I don't care. I'll put it in.
Yeah,
oh wait, you're editing this one.
I'm editing.
Shit.
So find it.
Go ahead. Yeah. That's fine. I don't care. I'm a little bit proud of it, but
I think that's gosh, I love it.
It was in my baddie era.
Baddie era.
Yeah.
Crazy. So out of recent events, at least for my recent events, I recently, and I think we talked about it a little bit last episode, but I went to 2 21 Pilot concerts in the span of 6 days, and traveled out of the state for it. And it was
Just say it.
I met them. I met the 2 Ohio men.
Crazy, dude. They are basically sponsors of our podcast.
At this point,
I'm like connecting myself to it as if it has anything to do with.
They're my
happened.
2 dads.
Indeed.
But
talk about it.
I mean, it was insane. Me and my childhood bestie Peyton. If you're watching this, I don't know if she watched the last one. Maybe she's not a bestie anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
It did
I
come
love
out
you.
yesterday.
It came out yesterday. Yeah. But Peyton and I've known her since I was 8 years old, and we never went to the same school growing up, but we played on the same soccer team, and that's how we knew each other. But we kept in touch over the years because we had the same taste in music, and 21 Pilots was the band that kind of just locked us in, and we've loved them since like. I think she knew about them a little bit before I did, but I was a fan of theirs in like 2014, so it's been 10 years.
Oh,
I know. It's scary how that's 10 years, but this most recent tour, their layout's really different. They have 2 B stages, and Tyler, the lead singer, is on one side, Josh is on the other side.
Interesting.
and they kind of like they play looking at each other, which is
but they can't
cool.
like interact with each other because they're on different islands.
No, but that's kind of their thing. They're just like, hey, like from far away.
That's cool.
But since we went to 2 shows, we got to go to B-side on one side or one day, and B-side the other one on the other day. So we got to see them up close both times, which is really
once
cool.
in a lifetime.
Yeah, but we were gonna go for Barricade, but since we had the meet and greet, we couldn't stay in the line, so we had to like sacrifice our place in line, and then we wound up doing B stage, which was great. And honestly,
and
in
you
my
met
opinion,
them.
My opinion, best seat in the house, and I met them, and it was insane. They're super nice and very, very humble. Yeah, but it was a great time, and I still can't believe it. I still haven't gone through my concert videos because like I posted on my Instagram a day or two ago being like, I know I need to spam these photos, but I literally just can't look at them.
I get that.
And it's been a month. Can you believe it?
Wait, what?
It was a month ago.
Oh, yeah,
on Sunday was when I was in Sacramento for their show.
Last time we filmed was a month ago, and it was before this happened.
Well, it was in between shows.
Right, it was before you met them.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Crazy.
I know, but
without further ado, give me the videos and give me the presentation. You go first. I want to hear your presentation.
Oh gosh.
Are you not proud of it?
No, see, here's the thing.
What?
So this runs back a long time ago. I don't know when the whole Taylor Swift lore started. 2005. Okay, so we're in the same boat.
I figured
it's been a long time. However, the way that they've run their storyline is that they have said that it started in 2015, but people find traces. Yes.
Okay, so I know the part that this isn't like lore that is nonfiction. It is lore based around the character of Blurryface. That's what I understand.
There's characters, there's settings, there's protagonists, antagonists. Like, it is a full story.
And it starts in 2015 technically, but their career started a lot earlier.
Their career started, so Tyler Joseph, the lead singer, he made music, I think, as early as like 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
But he came out with his first album in 2009, I believe, and that was under the name 21 Pilots.
Oh, okay.
I think his solo was like 2007.
Okay.
And it's something that is so hidden away. It's called No Fun Intended, but fun spelled PHUN.
I like it.
It was cool. But that was a solo thing.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where any of that stuff is. I mean, obviously people have the audio and stuff because people just know how to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like the not necessarily like SoundCloud, but like those tinier streaming platforms that people could upload their own audio to and stuff. So like there's stuff like that on there. Some people make it onto Spotify, and I don't know how they get away with it, but there's some stuff. But anyways, yeah, their origin, we're gonna have to go really fast.
Okay.
Because there's a lot.
Okay, this is just gonna be a longer episode too.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, but just letting you know, there's a lot to go into.
Let's get into it. I have an open mind. I'm ready.
And
whoa, that's a lot of stuff. Also, you're editing this. Do you want to like angle it towards the camera at all, or are you just gonna like?
I'm just gonna wing it. So I have 2 different slideshows here. The only reason why is because I started making my own slideshow, and then I realized, wow, this is going to be so much, and I got really overstimulated, and I feel like I could yap a lot more if I don't have everything like presented out in its entirety.
Sure.
We could kind of just go by bullet points and also external sources that I found on the internet.
Holy fuck! You said you weren't like prepared. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm not really. We're flying by the seat.
I'm gonna say crisscross applesauce.
No, please. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of start. Oh boy, where do I start?
Slide 1, I would guess.
Okay. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go with the slides I started with.
Okay.
Because this kind of goes from Blurryface. So
got it.
2015, Blurryface came out. It was their album that a lot of people said broke them into mainstream.
Oh, I was like, broke them?
No, like broke them into the mainstream world.
Yeah, I remember My name's Blurryface and
yeah, that's from a song called Stressed Out, and that was our first introduction to Blurryface, who was, we should say, the main antagonist of the story.
He's the antagonist.
Main antagonist of the story.
But he just wants his mommy. When the mom is saying, us to sleep and now it's just wait. How is he a bad guy if he just wants his mom to sing him to sleep?
That's so funny. I've never heard anyone say that before.
What?
Okay. We'll get into it.
Okay.
So, okay.
What is DEMA?
So, okay. Let's start off first. So, Blurryface is the main antagonist of
Bad guy.
our story.
I'm the
In
bad
some
guy. Duh.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good. So, in a way, Blurryface is not only Blurryface, but is also Nico, and is also Tyler Joseph.
Okay.
So
wait, Tyler Joseph is the bad guy in his own story.
Sometimes. So here's where we get complicated right off the bat. So, Blurryface is kind of a representation for Tyler of his insecurities.
Okay.
And Tyler, have you ever seen him with like his neck black and his hands black?
I think I have, but I like if you asked me what he looked like right now, I'd be like, I have no fucking clue.
So,
but I that like does ring a bell for like the black on his neck. Okay.
So this is kind of a representation.
It was a tattoo.
So a lot of people think it's a tattoo.
Okay.
But this is one of the coolest concepts that kind of got me into being like, oh, they're really cool.
Okay.
Because his neck black and his hands black, they represent Blurryface in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get into that later. But it's a way that he represents his insecurities, which pretty much Blurryface is personified insecurity.
Okay.
So the reason why he wears it during his performances is because his throat is the way he speaks and his creativity. It's a way that he speaks about his creativity, his songs, his lyrics. That's something he's insecure about. Same thing with his hands. It's what he builds, what he creates, what he produces. So he wears that during his shows because as he sweats and goes throughout the performance, it slowly fades away.
That's cool.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a really cool thing, but it has to do with Blurryface and again, we'll get into that later.
Okay.
Anyways, the side story of this, a lot of this takes place in a place called DEMA, which
is it an acronym?
So some people say it's an acronym. I was trying to figure out if like anyone had. Let's see.
There's a religion involved in like what the fuck?
Oh, there's a religion involved. Yeah.
Oh my god, please don't test me. I'm trying.
Oh shoot, Spanish. Let's see. Yeah, there's not an acronym, but
I thought because it was in all caps that it was stand for something, but it sounds like an acronym.
It does sound like an acronym, but no, it's a place.
Okay.
So DEMA is a fictional city. It's and it's run by these people called the bishops. There's 9 bishops. That's important. There's a lot to do with the number 9.
Okay.
That's where we get into Taylor Swift territory.
On their album cover.
There are, and I have photos of that here.
Well,
so
Easter egg hunter.
Yeah, so they're full of that. But yeah, it's a fictional city, and we see that taking place a lot in the Trench album, which is the album that came out right after Blurryface. Anyways, we were talking about DEMA. So a lot of people think inside the world of DEMA, they think that it's the place to be. They don't know anything different.
Right.
But DEMA is a place where everything is just negative, and everything is
I might be there.
Propaganda.
I'm like, fuck.
No, you're not. Don't be there.
Right.
But
everything's negative propaganda.
Well, everything is propaganda to make it not seem negative.
Oh.
So everybody. For example.
Yeah, I think we're there.
Like, well, let's hope you're not here because they have something called Vialism, and Vialism is their religion that they practice there. And I have written here, its main practice throughout its followers is to not be afraid of losing to their mental health.
What,
so,
like killing themselves?
Yeah.
Like, don't be afraid to kill yourself.
Well, they don't enforce it, but they kind of are like, that's our end goal.
Wait, end goal?
Yeah, because what they do is the bishops, they're the ones that make the people of DEMA practice this. They're isolated already in DEMA. They don't know anything different. It's very gray. Like everything in there is very monotone and whatever. But the reason why they want these people to lose their battle is because they gain power from it,
okay.
Which helps them continue to be like the higher power. Sounds familiar.
Right. No, so they're not saying like it's okay to give in. They're like, please, like you should.
Well, they're saying like that is the only thing. Like there's no other option. Yeah, that's like the point of life.
What if you have like amazing mental health?
You wouldn't be there.
Wait, so only people who have bad mental health go there, or everyone who's there has bad mental health?
To my knowledge, I'm not too sure. I think it's more so of because there's. And again, we'll get to this in a second. There's some people that have been there that only know of that place. And there's some people, there's one person in particular that has been there but has also known what the outside world looks like.
Okay.
And we'll get into that later, but that's who Clancy is.
Clancy is the
protagonist? Is the protagonist and the one who has been in DEMA but has also escaped.
So we have some perspective.
Yes. So, anyways, back to DEMA. Yeah, it's this crazy place. If you see on the outskirts of this photo, there's those little squares. Those are called neon gravestones.
And Gravity Falls coded the cipher.
Well, those neon gravestones are made from the people called Glorious Gone, who are the people who have succeeded Vialism. So they are put in those neon gravestones, and those gravestones give the bishops power to continue to like run their city, and they use a power called seizing, which allows them to use vessels of the Glorious Gone, the people who are gone, use their body as a vessel to pretty much control them.
It's like an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, that they like invented this shit. But anyways,
what do you think of that?
This is like a little side thing because we can't get too deep into this one. But in the middle of DEMA, they have like these 9 pillars, and that, I mean, you see on the photo of the Blurry Face album, there's 9 circles. Those 9 circles represent different songs off of the Blurry Face album. Actually, here, let me explain it this way. Each of these names come from song lyrics in the songs. Right. So, you have, let's see, this one right here says Sakarver.
Okay.
And that is Sally Sakarver. That is one of the bishop's names. But her name stems from Tear in My Heart, the song. And the lyric is, she's a carver. And they just mushed it together for Sakarver. And that's how that bishop got its name. So, Blurryface, the album, pretty much roots all of the bishops. And
bishops just kind of fucking suck, though, right?
Like, yeah. I mean, yeah, they're
I really
also the antagonist group. Well, most of them are. But yeah, so we're gonna take a little bit of a jump now because there's too much. But we're gonna take a little bit of a jump. The website was formed through the merch store, and there was an error code that popped up randomly one day, and everybody was like, what? This is weird. And on Josh's birthday, the first letter was sent out, which was this bad guy. So this was our first hearing of the name Clancy. We had no idea who this was until we read this. And this pretty much just tells us where Clancy's perspective has been. He's talking about how he's been in DEMA for 9 years, and he's seen the ins and outs, and slowly he's starting to realize this is not my place. Like, I know there's something out there. This is not what I want to believe all there is. Like, you know? And this is like a part of his journal. So all of these are journal entries. And he's writing to whoever can find it. He's like, please, if you're out there, I hope you're reading this. Whatever. And then there's just some crazy stuff that continues. We know that this guy, Clancy, he tried to escape.
Yeah.
And he did. But he then sent a letter back out again a little while later, if there's one on here. Okay, I'm not gonna find it. But then he sent another letter back saying, like, I'm trapped. I'm back in this place.
Yeah, they took him back?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, again, I gotta summarize this. We then go back to the albums, and So we said he escaped. So here's
Right.
DEMA, and then it's a little bit hard to see, but this says continent of Trench.
Gotcha.
And see, so this is like right above here.
Yeah.
There's some other crazy
Is
stuff
DEMA
that we could talk
perfectly
about.
circular? That's
It's just a
fucking
circle.
scary.
Yeah, it's like 1984 shit. You know that movie?
I don't.
Like the dystopian movie? Oh, well.
I love a dystopian.
Kind of like that. You should watch it.
I'm a slut
It's
for a
crazy.
dystopian movie, and you're a slut for cracking a code.
I am. we would escape.
Like, I'm not even handling Earth very well. I don't know about that.
That's true. But anyways, so so-called Clancy escapes, and we see that, I mean, Tyler's kind of representative of possibly Clancy at this point in time when Trench comes out, because simultaneously we get, okay, he escaped. Now we got an album called Trench. In between Blurryface and Trench, they went on just over a year-long hiatus when there was no contact to anybody, and they like posted these photos of an eye closing, and just being like, "We're leaving." No one knew for how long. Everybody was stressed. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, it's over."
Were they stressed out?
Gosh, sorry. I just saw myself admitting myself to DEMA for a second.
That was
No.
a great pun.
That was a great pun.
Wait, I have a
Yeah.
question. So
No, what's up?
the Blurryface album,
Yeah.
are all the songs from Blurryface's perspective?
There were some that were, and there were some that weren't. And throughout all of these albums, not every single song relates to the storyline,
lore.
which is nice because you could just have some people
It's
who
also
are
hard
like,
to
I like
decipher,
music.
though.
That's true.
So then, Trench, is it most of them by Clancy? Or just some of them again?
So Trench is a heavy lore album.
Okay.
In my opinion, it might be Clancy now, like the Clancy album, but before Clancy came out, I think Trench was the most lore heavy album. Mostly because it gave us a storyline of here's what Trench looks like. Here are people that live in Trench that people of DEMA only thought were legends. Like, they didn't even know people existed outside of DEMA.
Interesting. I mean, that makes sense because that's how you keep people in a place.
Right, because they're like, where else would we go? So, yeah, Trench comes out after the long hiatus. The eye opens back up. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? The debut song of the album called Jumpsuit comes out. And that is a 3-part trilogy of a music video. Or for music videos.
We're gonna get copyright stricken, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna play the audio out loud. I'm just gonna show you kind of what we're dealing with here. So, Jumpsuit comes out, and this is the first clip that we see.
Car wreck.
So there's a burnt down car.
Right.
And from the first track of the Blurryface album, we get the music video Heavy Dirty Soul.
Okay.
That music video starts out with a fire and Tyler in a car. And this kind of, before we even knew it, is kind of representing somebody's escape from DEMA.
In the car. So DEMA looks a lot like Earth.
So we're outside of DEMA. This is not what DEMA looks like. But Tyler somehow managed to get in a car and leave.
Are there cars in DEMA?
I don't know.
Do you not know what it looks like?
Well, we only know so much of what DEMA looks like on the inside. But
I'm like waiting
you
for
can
the full movie.
I know. I wish. But
what would you actually do? Like when the Five Nights at Freddy's movie came out, I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit, the lore is becoming real. Like, what would you do if like a fucking 21 Pilots lore movie came out?
I don't know what I'd do.
Tyler, if you're listening, we know you are. Just
make a movie already. But see, we see a masked person in the driver's seat, and it kind of looks like a hooded person, which the bishops wear these red cloaks.
It's they're driving him back.
Well, no, he like kind of convinced one of them to have him leave, and the car slowly starts breaking down, and the driver gets distracted. Whatever. There's a distraction in the middle of the road, which is Josh drumming. Which this is a whole different character. Josh also has 3 different characters to him.
Gosh.
But I can't even get into that.
Okay.
But anyways, we see towards the end, the car breaks down. Also, this is a crazy piece of side lore. the drum head fell off, which was like their sign that they're going to get rebranding of their logo.
That's smart.
Which was insane. But anyways, the car's on fire, whatever. Hiatus, we show back up where the car is like this.
Right.
Tyler does his whole little monologue where he says, "You were asleep. We've been here the whole time. It's time to wake up." And then the car reignites. We see this beautiful atmosphere of Trench. He kind of, this was his escape. He's like, "Oh my gosh, where am I? This is crazy." Obviously, he's dressed differently than usual. And this kind of, in my opinion, this kind of shows like maybe he's done this before. Like he kind of knows how to dress. This is one of the bishops. This is Nico.
Looks
on his
like
way
one
to
of
come
the horsemen of the
recapture.
apocalypse.
Pretty much. So anyways, Jumpsuit is a song about having protection. Jumpsuit literally meaning cover me. That's the whole what's it called? Hook of the song. It's jumpsuit, cover me.
Right.
He uses, and this is when color theory starts to come in. He's wearing the color yellow. Bishops can't see the color yellow, so it's almost as like a cloak of protection.
Right.
They can't be found. See, because like in this outfit, he's wearing all gray. In the Heavy Dirty Soul music video, he was wearing all gray. It kind of, it's a back-to-back story.
Gotcha.
But he finally, he's like running away. This is one of the bishops. Bishops comes up to him. This is when his insecurity starts to begin again. Takes him, strikes him with the black ink. Damn. And then as he's walking, the black slowly starts to grow on his neck.
That's sad.
And then he's captured again.
Mm-hmm.
But then we see, hold on. He starts to see for the first time, to our knowledge, yellow, a sign of protection.
Mm-hmm.
He looks up, there's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh my gosh, who are these people?" Those are the banditos.
Oh, that bishop looks fucking scary.
Yeah. So the banditos are there to help distract.
Wait, but they're throwing yellow stuff. How is the bishop even seeing that?
The horse is freaking out. I mean, I don't know. I never knew like the full thing of this, but like this is
okay.
And that was a crazy parallel because like all of them standing like this, and then one of the letters way back when had a photo of all the vultures, and this is them surrounding DEMA because DEMA is protected by all vultures. Yeah, I don't know. Again, insane. I'm gonna have to go through this, and this is me summarizing, reminding you. But anyways, that's the first part of the trilogy. Second part of the trilogy is, I believe it's Nico and the Niners.
Wait, this is not the last part of the trilogy? We watched 2 videos. How's it a trilogy?
No, so the trilogy of Trench.
Oh,
so Heavy Dirty Soul ties into the trilogy of Trench.
Gotcha.
So
not pleasant.
This is one of these moments where we find Tyler's character back again.
Clancy
got
is
caught.
back.
He got caught. At this point, we still don't know if he's Clancy or not. You can see all of his leftover flowers, meaning multiple escapes he's tried. This is where we start to see these are people of DEMA.
They look fucking miserable.
Yeah, pretty much. All of these lights representing like the gravestones. This is him getting ready to go. These are the banditos coming to save him. And they're like, we now...
A lot of Jumpsuit lyrics references to that.
Yep. He's saying, "I'm flying from a fire," from Nico and the Niners.
9 bishops.
Yep.
Not the 49ers.
Not the 49ers.
Same color, though.
Same colors, truly. Here's them making some of the gravestones. Here, that's their little ritual that they do.
Oh, God.
Really, really crazy. And then they finally meet back up. They do the same handshake from the Stressed Out music video, which is really cool. And then his confidence, performance.
Saving the world with music.
Yep. And then at the end, they race him out.
Like they vanish him?
Well, they found a tunnel underneath that kind of exits him from DEMA, and they leave.
So he escapes again.
But 2 kids from DEMA find their clothes and are like inspired, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, the legends are true. There's people outside of here." obviously, we don't see much after that.
I do not like the looks of those bishops. I don't like their faces.
But they're putting on his jumpsuit, protecting him. And now you have this whole squad. This is the third part of the trilogy. And this comes right after they walk out of the tunnel. This song's called Levitate. And it's all about, like, he's saying, like, I got my people. You could do anything as long as you put your mind to it. Like, that's kind of the thing.
Where did they film this? Like,
this was in Iceland.
Iceland. I want to go there so bad.
Me too. That fun fact, that's his wife shaving his head.
Aww.
Very sweet. Yeah, this is at one of the trench little places that they got, like bunker areas. I don't know what to call this. Campsites. And these are all fans, which is super cool. They incorporate
Does anyone
fans.
ever wear yellow tape to concerts?
Oh yeah, that's like a huge thing. Like, just as much as bracelets are a huge thing, tape is a huge thing. There was like a meme going around of like one of their head security guards holding a bunch of the confiscated tape before they could be let in.
That's funny.
And it's like rings and rings of yellow and red tape.
I could see that.
But yeah, anyways, so we have him. We have sightings of vultures saying like the war is still very cyclical. And boom.
Oh no!
He gets snatched yet again.
Tyler Clancy, no.
Yeah, and
what about everyone else?
This is one of those, and again, we'll get into this.
And the yellow doesn't protect him?
So we have one of the bishops saying, "Welcome to Trench." He's getting dragged back into what we can think of as DEMA. At this point, we know that he got recaptured again.
Oh my god, he just can't catch a break.
Towards the end of this, again, we're going to skip a lot of levels. He gets recaptured again. COVID happens. We get an album called Scaled and Icy. Scaled and Icy is, what's the word called when you like rearrange letters? Is that like an Enneagram? Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
So Scaled and Icy, if you rearrange the letters, it's Clancy is dead.
Oh.
Yeah. Or Scaled and Icy is also a short way of saying scaled back and isolated because it was in COVID.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up? I know I'm going lightning speed.
They can't kill people. Like, the bishops can't kill people and gain the same amount of powers if they do it themselves.
I don't think they kill people, but it's because it's all psychological warfare. That's like the whole thing. DEMA is this place
but if they get power from death, then why would they bother with all the torment?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Maybe they get power from like suffering?
Maybe. Okay. Maybe that. Or maybe it's because they don't want that like on their conscience.
There's a lot worse on their conscience. I'd rather have death on my conscience than like having psychologically tormented a person. But
well,
I mean, not according to the law. That too.
Yeah.
In my heart.
Right.
Maybe I should cut that out.
Cut that out.
I don't want to get arrested.
Yeah. Anywho, so I'm gonna have to skip a whole bunch of this, but anyways, we get to an album because I'm already talking for so long.
There's a lot to unpack.
There's a lot to unpack, but there's an album called Scaled and Icy. This album talks about the propaganda of DEMA, right? Because he's trapped yet again.
It's not even that bad. Dude, like, you're being pretty dramatic. It's literally like,
I was like, where are you going with this?
It's just it's chill.
Yeah, so we get Scaled and Icy, and they wound up doing a live stream, which is not online. You had to pay for the live stream experience, unless this is it.
Damn.
Hey, now, did somebody post it? Yo, that's illegal.
Well, it's up for now, the 17 subscribers.
Yeah, so...
More than we have.
So this is our intro. It's like a normal news channel, and it's called Good Day DEMA.
Good Day DEMA.
And now they're like, okay, this character who has escaped so many times has told so many people about DEMA and the bad things that they do, so let's make it look like it's a good thing to live here. So they have this beautiful new color thing. Wow, it's going to be really glitchy because somebody posted it on YouTube.
Thank you, though, Mr. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to get taken down, but
right.
You rock.
Yeah, you rock with your 17 subs.
Again, more than us.
Not yet.
Well, we'll see.
Well, not for long. That's what I meant. But here we have, these are two bishops, long story short, and we have Tyler in the middle here.
Of course they're white bitches. They're just like...
And in the
credits... It's
Good
Morning America.
Yeah, okay, you're right. But in the credits, we could actually see their names, hence why we know why they're the bishops, because this is Sally Carver. And then I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Who's again in the middle then? This is Tyler / Clancy.
But he's dead.
But is he?
Not?
Question mark.
Okay, he's not.
So So we get this whole live stream.
Oh, can we not hear it?
We could play it a little bit on here. So they're using Tyler and Josh's music as like, well, you've talked so bad about us. Make some songs that sound happy about DEMA. Hence why a lot of people didn't like the Skilled and Icy album, because they're like, this does not sound like 21 Pilots. And everybody was like, well, that's the point. Yeah, because it sounds very...
He looks really happy to be there.
Yeah, he looks so happy to be here. But they pretty much say, like, write all these good songs. There's a song specifically called Mulberry Street that's in this album. And what?
That just sounds like Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Just they'd be happy.
Right. No, sounds it's like literally that.
Well, Mulberry Bush is also like a lullaby, like a nursery rhyme that we did when I taught kids music. So.
Right. But
just
yeah,
like very much goody-goody.
It's literally that. And it's the hook is like, move out of our way. We're pushing sideways. Keep sidewalk under your feet. Like, stay in your lane.
Right. Don't
go by the books. And they're saying, like, we're moving sideways. Like, we're not progressing anywhere. Right. So he's like, he's making it sound all happy, but he's really saying, like, we're not going anywhere with this stuff. Like, this is kind of annoying. Which, again, contradicts a song on Blurry Face called Lane Boy, where he goes, they say, stay in your lane, boy, but we go where we want to. So it's very much like, you can just tell he's being forced to write these songs. Right. There's another one. The first opening track is called Good Day. And that one, there's a lyric in it that says, lost my job, my wife and child, homie just sued me. And he's literally saying like all these bad things, but he's like, I'm all right. He's like, and the hook is, it's a good day. And then it just keeps going. And you're just like, this is crazy. Get towards the end of the album, there's a song called No Chances. And you hear this gang vocal that comes in and it's like, we come for you, no chances. And this is I think this is the only song that Tyler like for real raps in the album, where Trench, he rapped on multiple. Blurry Face, he raps on a lot of those songs. No Chances, he was full on like saying, I'm ready to fight. Yeah. And it was kind of his rebellion song towards the bishops, being like, I'm ready to fight. And they're saying, like, there's no chance you're going to win. And he's like, but I'm ready. So that's, like, one of the songs where we're like, oh, this truly shows us this was a propaganda album. This isn't right. There's going to be some form of rebellion really soon. Yeah. And there was. Right. And that's when we... after Skilled and Icy, the live stream came out. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Like, you gotta give us some hope here. And then after a while, so that album came out in 2021. We finally get this video. Oh, hey now. We get this video, 7 months ago, which is, that feels like so, yeah, in February of this year. And we get, finally, again, kind of some more context of a letter from Clancy. Yeah.
This explains everything, pretty much.
This explains everything. February. I gave you a lot of, in February of this year.
They just explained everything.
Yes, but you'll see.
People figured it out before that, though. Also, Blurry Face is the bishop, which I didn't realize.
Yeah, because he also is Nico. Blurry Face is Nico. Nico is one of the bishops.
And the Niners, which is the 9 bishops, but Stressed Out is from Blurry Face's perspective. Because he says, my name's Blurry Face. So he's stressed about being terrible.
Because Tyler sometimes personifies Blurry Face. Not Nico, but Blurry Face. In a way of like, I am feeling insecure. I am feeling like, that's kind of that persona.
Complex.
Yeah. And also in live shows, when he plays Stressed Out, the first pre-chorus, he says, my name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. And then he asks the crowd, what's my name? And then in the second pre-chorus, he says, what's your name? So he kind of plays that back and forth that shows I'm not the only one that's Blurry Face. Like, Blurry Face is its own person, its own being, but I could also kind of represent that in my own insecurities.
Okay.
Yeah. But, this gives a wraparound, but this gives a wraparound from Clancy's perspective.
Okay.
So he finally tells us, like, I am Clancy. There's a ton of lore within this album. The last place I want to get to, though, is Paladin Strait, which is the last track off of the album. And this is where...
Is this another anagram?
Paladin Strait? Mm-hmm. Paladin Strait is a place within this map.
Okay.
And we can, like, look up the lyrics and I'll show you the context of it. But with all the plot holes that I have not filled because we don't have enough time in the world. Actually, we just don't have enough time in one day to, like, say all of it. This is kind of where we're at right now.
Gotcha.
So they did a live stream to preview all of their music videos and all of their songs the night the album came out. And they dropped a music video for every single song off of the album.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
This one being the last one. During the live stream, Tyler said, "We don't have the music video ready. We'll play the music video for you." And he goes, because he's been promoting this as the end of the storyline. He's been saying this is the end of the story. By the time the live stream comes around, the last song rolls around, he goes, "I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. Does this sound like the end of the story?" And then he plays the song. All of us hear it and we go,
"No."
Well, no. Not at all. I believe like I think a couple months later, this music video came out. So it was a big gap. But we have this huge, this no wonder why it took so long. Like, the visuals are gorgeous.
Yeah. God, the budgeting for all of this is
seriously
insane.
Okay, and I will say, before we get into the ending of this, the drum pattern here, this makes me want to cry every time. And I have to be a music nerd for just a minute. But the drum pattern is the same drum pattern for the song that they close out every concert with. So usually in the Spotify and the main song, like on streaming platforms, there's like a minute and a half of silence.
Right.
But not in the music video.
Yeah, that seems like a good way to wrap it up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that...
He finally opens his eyes and he's like, "Nah, I'm about to take this man on." And he, like, and it does a full wraparound. So free, so proud, so emotional. And I could say a million other things, but...
That is crazy. That's all very, very interesting stuff. I have an overarching question, though.
Yeah, what's up?
Of, like, why did they do this? Because, like, is it just for the sake of the story? Or is it, like, a metaphor for the world they live in?
So, from interviews that I've watched, Tyler has always been like, "I've made music because it has kept me alive."
Yeah. And,
like, he's dealt with a lot of mental health, and obviously I can't speak for him, but it seems like it's helped him out a lot, you know? And since the beginning of his, like, music career, he started, well, obviously Blurryface mainly, but he created that character, and throughout the storyline, people started coming up with their, like, speculations and their, I don't know, their opinions on things, and he would kind of take it and be like, "That's good."
Oh,
and, like,
gotcha.
It slowly became more of a story, but also, I've also heard that they've had a 5-year plan. Like,
so we don't know when they released Stressed Out, if that was the plan or not. We just don't know.
Right. A lot of people think it was because they did have, like, a really long plan, and our mutual friend Zoe, she told me she got on the phone with somebody once, and they were just talking about, shout out Zoe, talked about, like, how insanely ahead they are. Like, and I think this was prior to Clancy. And they were just talking so highly about, no, they know what they want to do. They may seem like they don't know what they want to do, but they know what they want to do.
Interesting.
So it kind of leads me to believe, like, they've taken stuff from fans and, like, sure, they've maybe done, like, little side quests and stuff like that, but a lot of this they know.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
That is really, that is very extensive lore, like.
Yeah, and, like, everything that I said.
Very interesting.
I probably gave you a few feet below the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
Cool.
So, what are the things that you're leaving out that are very crucial?
So, a lot of the little things are big in its own way.
Right.
Like I touched up on like Josh's characters. There's like things with Josh's characters that obviously the Torchbearer is the leader of the Banditos and he leads Clancy out of his escapes multiple times, but there's some times where he's not actually there and he's more so for Tyler's like right of mind. Like he's just like, I know he's with me and he's helping me through it.
Right.
There's that. There's also the FPE thing. We heard that at the end of Paladin Strait. So few, so proud, so emotional. There's that. We have like the lore going all the way back to his self-titled album. He had a song called A Car, a Torch, a Death. That's
car, torch, yeah.
Isn't that crazy? And everybody's like, how did this not start in 2009? You know? But okay, here was the craziest little thing is during COVID they released a song called Level of Concern. Do you remember that song?
Like barely.
I told you your level of concern, but you I find I can never hurt. Oh, anyways, they made like a whole other website for that one, and there was a lot of decoding, which was it looked like this level of concern. Let's see, live coding? I don't know. Yeah. Level of concern codes. And it literally was just this singular TV. And it would flash things every once in a while.
This is the Gravity Falls website.
They started it, bro.
Yeah.
So
you're two like hyperfixations.
Yeah, seriously.
She loves
Stay
the cryptic
tuned.
code. Yeah,
Stay
for real.
tuned.
For real.
But like these were different photos that would be like they would flash up, and then there would be these different little things, and there was 20 of these little codes.
Okay.
And you'd click on it, and you'd have to write a code in it in order to unlock the next one.
Okay, that's the same thing
Literally,
as what's going on right now.
So it's like all these little codes. People were way smarter than I was. I think I got through like 3 of them.
There's something in my eye. Just keep continue talking.
Good.
I'm like,
I think I got through like 3 of them, but I think Tyler came onto like a video or something, and he was like, I cannot believe you guys finished that in like 48 hours. He's like, I put so much work
so
into
much
this.
time.
And he was like,
That's so
you guys
funny.
killed it.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Again, this is like a little side hustle thing. They did the Never Ending Level of Concern stream where they just live streamed the song over and over again. People could put their videos into it and like whatever. And then they did like this cute little thing where Josh's phone dies and he goes, oh no, I have to plug in my phone, and winds up turning the computer off, which stopped the Never Ending live stream. 21 Pilots made a Christmas song. In the background of the cover of Christmas Song, there was a present that said Clancy on it, and it was a photo of Tyler as a kid.
Aww.
So there's stuff like that. And then there was another thing that said Clancy is dead in it too. So there's a lot of that. They did a live stream of all of their songs, but Christmas versions of their songs, where it's like cute little jingle instrumentals in it. And it was I think it was called like Ned's Ned Cozy Fireplace, and it was just
it's
Ned's sitting in a fireplace, and it was just a ton of cute little music, but people started zooming in and like on books and stuff were lore and stuff like that, and some crazy stuff like that. I don't know, I would have to really do a deep dive into this in order to give you everything chronologically.
Yeah.
Because it's just really hard. It's like it's like the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Yeah.
Where the first game isn't the first of the storyline. So it's like if I were to give it to you chronologically, I would have to start technically at Blurry Face.
Yeah.
Go to Trench, go to Skeleton Knights, go to Clancy, but then go back to like Vessel and their self-titled album, and
I do get like the gist of it now.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so that's like
that's good.
I'm proud of that because
there's
a lot in there. There's
a lot, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I started watching this girl, and she did an hour-long video, and this is I saw I think I saw a 3-hour video somewhere of somebody talking about it.
We've been at it for like 2 hours.
Yeah, and because I'm yapping, I don't have a straightforward
we literally,
thing,
like,
you know?
There's so much to
There's
include.
so much.
It is like a whole like storyline that they've created.
Yeah, and I think just the coolest thing about it though is that I'll put my 2 cents into it.
Yeah.
One, I think people give 21 Pilots a bad rap because they got popular when we were in like elementary and middle school, and everybody just started getting their hormones, and everyone's like they're emo and all this stuff. Which
I'm guilty of that way of thinking.
Which in a sense I agreed at the same time, but I also was emo, so I felt it extra, and I was like, nobody gets me.
You don't get it.
Like literally nobody gets it. No, but I think they just get a bad rap because of that. But a lot of their music is actually really nice, and they I think for every album they've only made like one song in each album be dedicated for a love song. Every other song is about like mental health, addiction, like suicide awareness, like all of this stuff that is just so not talked about.
Right.
And it's so taboo to a lot of people, and they're like, I don't want to, like, if you knew that's what the song was about, sometimes it's hard to be like, I'm going to listen to a song that's about that.
Right.
But they cover it so nicely, and they put a little bow on top, which is so nice. And also, the other thing is, you could listen to their music and not think at all, and you still can enjoy their music, at least for my opinion, where it's like, you can listen to Stressed Out, have no idea who the fuck Blurryface is, and still like the song.
Right.
That was their top song, and I'm pretty sure it's still their top song. Like, top stream song. It's like that, Heathens, and Ride or something.
Right.
And all of those songs don't have anything to do with love, anything to do with sex, anything to do with like any form of partnership. It is all like mental health awareness. Obviously Heathens was for a movie, but even that, it was Suicide Squad.
Right.
So it's like, I feel like they get a really bad rap just because of our generations growing up with it. And that's why it's so cool to go to a concert, because you see people of all ages there.
Right.
And they started incorporating a really cool thing where for Ride, since they've been playing it since 2015, they bring a kid of the new generation to sing with Tyler during the show. So they give him like the chunky headphones, a mic pack, and a microphone, and Tyler's like, introduce yourself, and give them their little time, and they sing the whole like back end of the song together.
So wholesome.
Yeah, every single show. So it's like they really fit every category.
What if the kid doesn't know the song?
Well,
has that ever happened?
I think I saw one video where I don't know if there was a kid that didn't know it, or if they were just really shy.
Really nervous.
Because they're young. They're like, it's
a new generation.
It's not even our generation. Like, it's the new generation. Yeah, only one of us, though.
Not me.
Oh, and also, just for shits and gigs, I also met Debbie Ryan. But yeah, no, here's Debbie Ryan.
Wait, what? Where? What? That close to you? What?
Oh, yeah, she was dancing with us.
Debbie Ryan! You're dancing with Debbie Ryan!
Yeah. Here, Peyton has a better video. Let's see.
Dancing with Debbie Ryan.
I was dancing with Debbie Ryan
the fuck?
at the 21 Pilots.
That, like, you left that part. What the fuck?
She walks behind us. She just comes right there. There she is. We didn't even know. We were turned around. We didn't know. And then afterwards, yeah, she was super sweet. We danced to Navigating with her and jammed around. And there's a video that Peyton got, I think, where she's like recording herself dancing, and she, like, Debbie Ryan's next to her, and you could hear her go, I just want to dance. And Peyton's like, me too. And she's like, so let's dance. And then they start dancing together, and it was great. And then we like exchanged bracelets, friendship bracelets with her. I thought you were
saying numbers. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna FaceTime her right now. No. Yeah, but like I gave her a friendship bracelet. I think our mutual friend gave her a Jim Dunn bracelet, which is their dog's name. Aww. So gave that to her. That? Yeah. She was so sweet, and she just wanted to dance with us. And I think, honestly, this is all good juju.
How tall is she?
Oh, she's short. She's like 5'1".
What?
Yeah.
She seems so average height.
You would like to think. I thought she was going to be like 5'7".
Yeah.
Because I'm like, she seems like lengthy.
5'5" to 5'7" is 100% what I expected.
She was 1,000% shorter than me.
5'1"?
I don't think that short, but she might have been like 5'2", 5'3".
How tall she is.
How tall is Debbie Ryan? This is 5'5", and that's false because I stood face to face with her and she was shorter than me.
Yeah, like I'm 5'5". That's like, she's got to be short.
She is not 5'5". Because also, I'm pretty sure Josh Dunn is like 5'8".
Holy shit.
Okay, they say Josh Dunn's 5'10", which also makes sense. But, yeah, both of them are not, like, super tall. Tyler's taller than Josh.
Right,
and then
you were, like, surprised
Josh is
by
taller.
their height difference.
I was. I thought they would both be short little dudes. But Tyler's, like, 6 foot or something like that. Like, he was tall. I had to look up at him. And I was like, whoa, hey there. I don't know. I could talk about them for fucking ever, but I think
clearly you have a lot to say.
I have so much to say, bro. There's way back when we dressed up for them for Halloween together. I think back in 2016. So we dressed up as them for the Stressed Out music video, and I'll show it to you, but I'm not showing it to the camera.
Okay, you guys don't get to see it. Ha 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 ha.
No. Oh, she posted me on Twitter.
Awesome.
Us dancing afterwards.
You know, I still have Twitter. Mine didn't change to X. I'll show you.
What?
Look. I still
How
have Twitter. Work? Look, watch. I just never.
What?
It's not offloaded. I can use the app as Twitter.
That's actually. I don't.
Look it.
Are you gonna get arrested?
Probably. This isn't probably what I get arrested for.
You're so right. There's a lot of other things.
That's not. I've literally never committed a crime. So that. Oh, of course you're the one with the beanie. That makes
Bro,
so
I gotta be
much
Tyler.
sense.
What are you saying? Also, her wig.
It's like slaying that. Wait, what's on her eyes?
It's his makeup. Well, he doesn't have it in that clip. Hold on. Dang it. He has eye makeup. Like that whole era, he had eye makeup, like red eye makeup.
Oh yeah, okay. I think I kind of remember that.
Yeah, but
okay. Real quick, I want to do Spruce in the Redwoods.
Oh
Cue
boy.
I'm gonna have to send you the little shing.
Ready?
At peace, and now I'm crying in the kitchen.
There it is.
Perfect.
Okay, do you have anything you want to talk about for this week for Spruce in the Redwoods?
I'm really busy. I have a lot of work to do. I'm so behind on my schoolwork. But like so ahead of it and on top of the game, but I always feel like there's something to do because there is.
Yeah.
There's that, and I have a song session on Friday.
Nice. Love to see that.
It's gonna be lit. Tune in for new music soon. That's all I got.
All right.
You tell me your crazy shit that you. How about it? Take a
so
stab.
much has gone down since we recorded our last podcast in my life.
Yeah.
Each day I wake up is the opposite of a blessing.
Continue.
Right after we filmed our last podcast, my grandma died, and that fucking sucked.
That's true.
It's been like throwing me for a loop. And however, in the Marloma world, a lot of interesting opportunities have arisen. And I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about this, but I'm gonna do it because for the people.
And if we get word otherwise before this comes out, we'll bleep all of this out.
Yeah. Anyways, we got approached by a $5 million winter festival.
Insane.
With like house-sized bouncy houses, like the biggest shit going on. And they were like, you know, what's that? And my whole band, I dragged them 30 minutes away to do this interview, and they were all like, oh, can we just go? Like, this isn't gonna lead anywhere. And I was like, wait, you motherfuckers, this is a great opportunity. And so they talked to us, and they're like, how much do you want, you know? And they made the mistake of, no, I'm not gonna say that. They told us their budget, so we're obviously like, well, I would just want to be able to pay my band.
Right.
I'm not going to ask for like $1 million of your $5 million budget, but I want to be able to pay my band. So we're waiting to hear back. But I've drafted up like basically like everything for the numbers, which was like super stressful because I'm not a businesswoman, but I did it.
Good for you though.
It's gone. We're waiting to hear back. There might be a celebrity sleeping at my apartment in 2 weeks.
We talked about that.
Which is fucking crazy.
Mind you, in your studio. Mind you, in your studio apartment.
In my studio apartment. They asked me to, I was like 6 people. I was like, I have one bed.
One bed, one
I will be
couch,
sleeping
one
on the couch.
bathroom.
The last show I did was with a band who's a lot bigger than my band. They are men, and this isn't going where you think it's going though. So they're men, and the other opening
That's
band
gonna be like shock.
they had a female bassist, and you know, my lovely boyfriend John was like sitting at a table with us, and one of the band members comes up to us and is like, oh, like what kind of bass do they play? And John was like, oh, she plays, you know, whatever. And he just goes, it's a she?
Just add it to the tally.
And I was just, and he literally, after that, just walked away. Didn't have anything else to say or to follow it up with. And John was just like, yeah. Guy just walks away.
Okay, that's cool.
And I was like, well, that's an interesting story that happened
That's
this week.
so stupid. Okay.
I'm releasing a song about seasonal depression
Woo!
pretty soon.
Do you have the song title out yet?
It's called Winter Autopilot.
Yay!
I played it a little bit.
I was there when it was written.
You were. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, I remember we did it. Can I talk about
it? Yeah, go ahead.
We took a songwriting class together, and it was for one of the weeks that we had to write a song, but I don't remember what the prompt was.
It was the rhyme maps.
Rhyme maps. Okay. But anyways, I remember you debuted this song demo, and the whole class was like, holy shit. Even our teacher, he was like, what the fuck? He was like, so this is how it's going to be, isn't it? That's literally what he said. I'm not even joking. I remember that shit.
I barely remember that. But
he's like,
so
this is how it's going to be, huh?
Like every winter it is. That's going to be, yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
I've bought the heat lamps. I've done the vitamin D supplements. It's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, comment down below if you guys have any idea how to avoid
You want to know what's
depression.
so fucking funny that Callie actually told me? Seasonal depression's like official name is seasonal affective disorder. What is that abbreviated
Sad.
as?
I knew that.
Hilarious.
That's insane.
But okay, there are a couple more things I want to talk about.
It's all good.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm going to do my Taylor Swift presentation in the next podcast episode, so like watch out for that.
Yes.
But for not having to do with Spruce and the Redwoods for a second, I want to update you on the Sabrina Carpenter, Camila Cabello lore. I don't know if you've seen anything else.
I haven't. Uh-oh.
It's kind of iconic, honestly.
Okay.
But
and we won't get copywritten this time, right?
No, I'm just going to tell you.
Okay, great.
Word of mouth.
Cool.
But at Camila Cabello's last performance, or one of her recent performances after this song came out, you know that song where she's like, you say we're just friends, but friends don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, right. And it's Senorita, right? Something like that.
Yes.
It's about Shawn Mendes, obviously.
Yep.
Her live performance of this song. I have to find it. But she just goes, but friends don't know the way you won't say the word days. Like, hilarious. And everyone just goes, oh my God.
Holy shit.
Kind of hilarious.
Yo, she ate. One would say.
Without saying a word.
One would say she
I
ate.
peeked really hard there. Sorry. But,
gotta clip it in. It's
yeah,
the bit
I guess
now.
The bit of me peeking. But I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna peek.
You've already peeked. Anyways.
Let's talk Diddy.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me? I got so sad when I listened to a podcast about it for 30 minutes because I've been commuting so much. And I just got so sad the rest of the day. I literally like.
You just made yourself worse.
I made myself so much worse because I was just like, how is this real?
1,000
bottles.
1,000 bottles on the wall. Cut that out.
You're talking to yourself, but I think it's hilarious. You should keep it in. Console her. It's okay.
Oh, that was bad.
I said I wanted to commit murder earlier, so.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, so that also made me really fucking sad this week because what the fuck? They think he's gonna kill himself in prison. It's gonna be like Epstein.
Well,
he's on suicide watch right now, but
good.
I mean,
make him last forever.
Yeah, no, honestly, make him rot in there. Also, Sabrina Carpenter's new tour. She just did her opening night. Did you see what she did for the nonsense outro?
No.
So, she got on a platform for the nonsense outro, and as soon as the new lyric part started to come up, her mic cut out and she started going down. And she pretended she didn't know what was happening and that her mic wasn't going on, so she didn't have to write any more lyrics.
That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
That's so good. Wow, that's actually really
so
smart. That's
like,
really smart. I thought you were gonna talk about her outro, where she had all the outtakes of like.
I didn't
the
see
end
that.
At the end of her concert, there's like just a huge screen, and it's just her saying, "Thanks for coming to the show," and then be like, "Beep, cut," and then she'd be like, "I hope you get home safe," and then beep, and then she'd be like, "Was that sincere enough?" And like just like funny shit like that, but it was like multiple outtakes, and it was fucking hilarious.
I hope you get home safe. Was that sincere enough? She's like, I don't give a fuck.
No, I'll have to send it to you because it was a really fucking funny TikTok. It was a TikTok or a reel or something, but it was like all the different takes, and she would be like, what the fuck am I even supposed to say?
Yeah.
Like all those cute little director cut
right.
things. I don't know. I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm sad that I can't see her this tour.
No, there's no fucking way. They're going to be $1 million and impossible to get.
Yeah. Yep. I'm like, wow, I have to pay $800 and sell my leg for nosebleeds.
Nosebleeds. Yeah. Quite literally.
I'll listen from outside the fucking stadium.
Yeah, I think that's a good place. We're over 2 hours.
We should stop
recording. So, look out for the next episode. I'm going to be presenting my Taylor Swift lore slideshow. And we have a couple cool episodes planned in the future for you.
You're going to want to stay tuned for these videos because they're going to get a lot weirder.
A lot fucking weirder in the next couple of weeks.
They will.
Guarantee that.
They will.
We're going to have some interaction from you.
There's going to be some new people here.
Some new people here as well. So
yeah, hopefully, because we'll be out of office.
Right.
So.
We'll be on vacation that day in London.
Next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. But they're going to be interesting. So I'll keep you posted on that. And see you next episode to talk Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yep.
Continue. Ding,
yeah. Stay tuned. Make sure to follow us. Sam Spurs on everything. Marloma Official on everything. And yeah, we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. Did we
Whoa. Whoa.